Yeah. Oh, that, of course. Oh, look, George. This is a photograph of the first time I ever saw you. You were swinging back and forth in the jungle. Remember, George?
This is George. He lived in Africa.
Oh.
He was a good little monkey and always very curious.
Boy.
George was always very curious. And of course, he was curious about what was in the bushes. Uh-oh.
What a nice little monkey. I'd like to take him home with me. Aha. Don't be scared. I'm not going to hurt you.
Well, well, well. You look like a nice fella. I never saw a seagoing monkey before.
George was sad, but he was still curious.
Wait! You're gonna fall out. The man with a monkey.
On the big ship, things began to happen.
George, I'm going to take you to a big zoo in a big city. You'll like it there. Now run along and play, but don't get into trouble.
George promised to be good, but it's easy for little monkeys to forget. On the deck, he found some seagulls. He wondered how they could fly.
Where's George? Where's George?
Where's George? Man overboard! Monkey overboard!
Overboard! There he is, George! George! Here's the life preserver! Hang on, George! All right, let's pull him in.
Oh, the poor little guy.
It's George. He sure swallowed a lot of water.
Safe now, George.
George, you're all right.
Bye-bye, Captain. It was a nice trip.
Thank you for sailing with us.
George, let's go home. Come on. No, this way, George. Oh, George. Hello? George! Well, they're a little big, but they'll do. Off to bed you go.
Good night, George.
The next morning, the man telephoned the zoo.
Yeah, I have a
George
marvelous
watched him.
monkey for you.
He was fascinated.
Yeah, what, can we come by and visit?
Oh,
That'd be
George
nice.
was curious.
Thank you.
He wanted to telephone too.
Hello. Hello. A fire station. Hello. Are you who? Anybody there? There. That's where the fire is. Fire! Fire! fire. There isn't any fire. It's only a little monkey.
You fooled the fire department.
He did it. He did it. Catch him. Catch him. Catch him. Catch him. Go that way. He's got the boat.
We'll have to shut you up where you can't do any more harm.
What's going on in there? Come on down from there. Come on down from there.
Quickly and quietly over the guard's head, George walked away. He was free.
There you go, little girl. You'll be very happy with that. No.
George was curious again. He must have a bright red balloon.
Look at the monkey.
It's George.
Look.
Up there.
What's that? Looks like he's getting tired.
George, come down from there.
Looks like you'll be all right now.
George was very happy. The man was happy, too.
Balloons? Ah, here's the money for the balloons.
And then the man with a yellow hat took George to his new home, the zoo. What a nice place for George to live.
It's time for bed, George. George, it's late. Time for bed. Come back here, George. George! Come on, you little rascal. It's time for bed. You come back here. Oh, George. Take a look at that. Yeah. Oh, that, of course. That's right, George. You remember. The hospital and Dr. Baker. You were very sick.
This is George. He lived with his friend, the man with the yellow hat. He was a good little monkey, but he was always curious. Today, George was curious about the big box on the man's desk. What could be in it? He simply had to open it. It was full of funny little pieces of all sorts of shapes and all sorts of colors. It looked like a piece of candy. Maybe it was candy. Maybe he could eat it. Before he knew it, oh. A while later, the man with the yellow hat came home.
Why, George, I see you've already opened the box with the jigsaw puzzle. It was supposed to be a surprise for you. Well, let's get to work on it.
Finally, the puzzle was finished. Well, almost finished. One piece was missing. The man looked for it everywhere.
That's strange. It's a brand new puzzle. Well, it can't be helped. Maybe we'll find it in the morning. Let's go to bed now, George.
The next morning, George did not feel well. He had a tummy ache and did not want to eat his breakfast. The man was worried. He went to the telephone and called Dr. Baker. Dr. Baker said he would be over as soon as he could.
Good.
Well, first, Dr. Baker looked down George's throat. Then he felt his tummy. Then he took out his stethoscope and listened.
I'm not sure what's wrong. You'd better take George to the hospital and have an x-ray taken.
Don't worry, George. You've been here before when you broke your leg. Remember how nice the doctors and nurses were?
A nurse took them to a room where she gave George something to drink that looked white and tasted sweet. It's called barium, George. It helps the doctors tell what's wrong with you. In the next room stood a big table and a doctor who was wearing a heavy apron. He gave one just like it to the man. George was curious. Would he get one too? No, he didn't.
You get on the table, George. I'm going to take some X-ray pictures of your insides. George, hold your breath. Now you may get up, and we'll have the X-rays developed right away. Now, let's see. There's something there that should not be.
Why, that looks like... I think that must be the piece that was missing in our jigsaw puzzle.
Well, well, well. At least we know now what's wrong with our little patient. George will have to stay at the hospital for a few days. They'll put a tube down his throat to get the piece out. It's only a small operation. I'll call a nurse and have her take you to the admitting office.
Many people were waiting outside the office. George had to wait, too. Look, Betsy. There's Curious George. Betsy had never been to a hospital before. She was scared. Finally, it was George's turn. A nurse wrote down a lot of things about George, his name and address, and what was wrong with him. Another nurse put a bracelet around his wrist.
It has your name on it, George, so that everybody knows who you are. My name is Carol. I'm going to take you to your room now. We call it the children's ward. There will be lots of children to keep you company.
And so there were. There were lots of children in the room. Some were up and around. Others were in their beds with a doctor or a nurse looking after them.
That's Curious George.
Dave was having a blood transfusion. Steve had his leg bandaged and was in a go-kart. Betsy was in bed, looking sad. George was glad when he was in bed at last. His tummy was hurting again.
I have to leave now, George. I'll be back first thing in the morning before they take you to the operating room. Nurse Carol will tuck you in when it's time to sleep.
As he promised, the man was back early next morning. The nurses were keeping George very busy. One nurse was taking his temperature and feeling his pulse. One nurse brought him a pill.
This is to make you sleepy, George.
And another was getting ready to give him a shot. It's going to hurt, George, but only for a moment. But the needle hasn't touched you yet. There. That wasn't so bad, was it? No, it really wasn't. And anyway, it was over now. By the time the attendant came to wheel him to the operating room, George was getting sleepy. He tried hard to stay awake because he was curious to see what would happen next. In the operating room, there was a big table with bright lamps over it, and doctors and nurses all around. They had caps on their heads and masks over their faces. Only their eyes were showing. Dr. Baker was there. He looked funny with his mask on.
Don't worry. Everything
And
will
soon
be fine.
George was fast asleep. When George woke up, he didn't know what had happened. He didn't even know where he was at first.
George.
It's all done, George. They got the piece out. In a day or two, you'll be running around again.
George felt sick and dizzy. His throat was hurting, too.
We'll let him sleep. The more he sleeps, the better.
The next morning, George felt better. Dr. Baker came to see him, and of course, the man came, too. Betsy was watching him from time to time. She seemed a little less sad, but she still didn't smile.
Tomorrow I can get up and try to walk. Boy, I can hardly wait.
The next morning, George was well enough to go to the playroom. A lady was showing Betsy how to use finger paint. There were all sorts of things to play with. There was even a puppet theater, and that was just the thing for George. He had 4 hands, so he could handle 4 puppets at the same time. George gave a real puppet show. The children laughed and shouted, and even Betsy, for the first time, smiled a little. There were other things in the playroom. a TV set, and a record player. George was curious. If he climbed on the record player and turned the switch, would it go round and round like a real merry-go-round? The children cheered. George was so funny.
That's enough for now. You'd better take a nap before lunch. We have a big day ahead of us. The mayor is coming to visit the hospital today. And later on, you'll be going home, George.
When George woke up from his nap, Steve was just taking his first steps. The go-kart was standing there empty. George was curious. He landed right in the mayor's arms. What a mess it was.
George broke all my dishes. And he broke the go-kart, too.
What will the mayor think? Suddenly, everybody looked up and listened. From above came happy laughter, and there stood Betsy. Then the children joined in, and a couple of others. The mayor started laughing, and finally, everybody just laughed and laughed. Everybody, that is, except George.
Don't be sad, George. The whole thing was so funny. I never laughed so much in my whole life. I'm so glad you were in the hospital with me.
I'm sorry this happened, Mr. Mayor. George, you've made a terrible mess. But you've also made our sad little Betsy happy again. And now I see your friend has come to take you home. Goodbye, George, and take good care of yourself.
George, wait! George! Here's something that belongs to you, George. But don't open it before you're home.
George was curious. Well, who wouldn't be? There was the piece of the puzzle that had caused all the trouble.
How nice of the doctor to save it for us. And now we can finish the puzzle.
It's time for bed, George. George, it's late. Time for bed. Come back here, George. George! Come on, you little rascal. It's time for bed. You come back here. Oh, George.
Yeah. Ready? What a fine garden you have, Frog.
Well, yes, it is very nice, but it was hard work.
I wish I had a garden.
Well, here are some flower seeds. Plant them in the ground, and soon you will have a garden.
How soon?
Quite soon.
Oh, cover that up a little bit. Now, seeds, start growing. Now, seeds, start growing. Now, seeds, start growing!
What's all the noise?
My seeds won't grow.
Well, you're shouting too much. These poor seeds are afraid to grow.
My seeds are afraid to grow?
Of course. Leave them alone for a few days. Let the sun shine on them. Let the rain fall on them. Soon your seeds will start to grow.
Drat, my seeds haven't started to grow. They must be afraid of the dark. I will read the seeds a story. Then they won't be afraid. He saw a brilliant rainbow stretching across the sky. I've heard, said the frog, there is a cave filled with gold at the place where the rainbow ends. Sweet little seeds, I love you so. Are you afraid of me? Why don't you grow, oh, oh, grow, oh, oh, grow, grow, grow? Will you grow? When the air does laugh with our merry wit, and the green hill laughs with the noise of it, come live and be merry, and join with me to sing the sweet chorus of ha, ha, he. What shall I do? These must be the most frightened seeds in the whole world.
Toad, Toad, wake up! Look at your garden.
Oh, at last my seeds have stopped being afraid to grow.
And now you'll have a nice garden, too.
Yes, but you were right, Frog. It was very hard work. These cookies smell very good. Oh, la-di-da-di-da. And they taste even better. What a cook I am. I think I'll share these cookies with Frog. Frog, Frog, taste these cookies that I have made.
These are the best cookies I've ever eaten.
Oh.
You know, Toad, I think we should stop eating. We will soon be sick.
You're right. Let us eat one last cookie, then we will stop. Oh my, oh my, oh my. Frog, let us eat one very last cookie, and then we will stop. We must stop eating.
Yes, we need willpower.
What is willpower?
Willpower is trying hard not to do something that you really want to do.
You mean like trying not to eat all of these cookies?
Right. I'll put the cookies in a box. There. Now we won't eat any more cookies.
But we can open the box.
That is true. I'll tie some string around the box. There. Now we won't eat any more cookies.
But we can cut the string and open the box.
That is true. I'll put the box up high on the shelf. There. Now we won't eat any more cookies.
But we can climb the ladder and take the box down from the shelf and cut the string and open the box.
That is true.
Frog, what do you do? Frog, what do you...
Hey, birds, here are the cookies. Hey, birds, here are cookies. Get your cookies right here. Birds, over here. Here, birds. Here, birds. Nice, delicious cookies. Come on, eat them up.
Oh, no. Now we have no more cookies to eat. Not even one.
Yes, but we have lots and lots of willpower.
You may keep it all. I'm going home now to bake a cake.
Oh. Then the brave knight rode against the dragon with all his speed, thrusting his spear straight at the fiery dragon's jaws. But it broke to splinters against those brass-like scales.
The people in this book are brave. They fight dragons and giants, and they are never afraid.
I wonder if we are brave. We look brave.
Yes, but are we?
We can try to climb this mountain. That should tell us if we are brave. Toad. Hold it.
I'm not afraid.
Me neither. Whoop. afraid.
I'm not either.
Well, let's get out of here. Oh, huh. I'm not afraid, I'm not afraid, I'm not afraid, I'm not afraid. Hello, lunch. You look tasty. Oh, come here. I want to nibble on you.
I'm not afraid.
We're not afraid. Whoa, whoa. Flippers, don't fail me now.
It's an avalanche.
I'm not afraid.
I'm not either. I'm not, no.
Oh, boy. I'm not afraid. We're 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 not afraid.
Frog, I'm glad to have a brave friend like you.
And I'm happy to know a brave person like you, Toad.
Presenting the greatest toad in all the world.
Hooray for Toad!
Toad will now play the piano very well.
Frog, can you play the piano like this?
Oh, no.
Toad will now walk on a high wire and will not fall down.
Frog, can you do tricks like this?
No.
Toad will now dance, and he will be wonderful.
Can you be as wonderful as this? Frog, where are you? Frog, what have I done?
The greatest toad will now...
Shut up! Frog! Frog! Where have you gone? Come back, Frog. I'll be lonely. Come back. Oh, I'll be lonely, Frog. Come back. Frog, where are you?
I'm right here. Wake up, Toad.
Frog, is that really you?
Well, of course it's me.
And are you your own right size?
Yes, I think so.
Frog, I'm so glad that you came over.
I always do.
Ooh.
Toad! Toad!
It was a beautiful, bright morning as Frog ran up the path to Toad's house.
Toad! Toad, wake up! Toad, wake up, it's spring! Toad! Toad! The sun is shining. The snow is melting. Wake up!
Oh, I am not here.
Toad, where are you?
Oh, go away.
Oh, there you are.
Yeah, oh.
Come on, come on, come on. Come on.
Help! I can't see anything.
Now, don't be silly.
I'm not.
Well, what you see, Toad, is the clear, warm light of April. We can begin a whole new year together. We'll skip through the meadows and run through the woods and swim in the river. In the evenings, we will sit right here and count all the stars.
You can count them, Frog. I am going back to bed.
But Toad, you'll miss out on all the fun.
How long have I been asleep?
Well, you've been asleep since November.
Well, then, a little more sleep will not hurt me. Wake me up at about, 12:30 May.
Half-past May?
Yeah. Oh, good night, Frog.
Oh, but Toad, I'll be lonely until then.
Frog looked at Toad's calendar.
November?
Frog tore off the November page. He tore off the December page, and the January page, the February page, and the March page.
Oh, it's only April now. Oh.
Frog tore off the April page, too.
Toad, wake up. It's May now.
What? Can it be May so soon?
Well, yes. Well, look at your calendar.
Oh, why? It is May.
Then Toad and Frog ran outside to see how the world was looking in the spring.
Let's go out and have some fun.
Really?
One day in summer, Frog was not feeling well.
Oh.
Frog, you are looking quite green.
But I always look green. I'm a frog.
Well, today you look very green, even for a frog.
Oh.
Get into my bed and rest.
Tell me a story while I'm resting.
All right. Let me think of a story to tell you.
Huh?
No. Maybe I can. No. I'll go out on the front porch and walk up and down. Perhaps that will help me think of a story. Let's see. No. No, that's rotten.
Why are you standing on your head?
I hope that if I stand on my head, it will help me to think of a story.
Why are you pouring water over your head?
I hope that if I pour water over my head, it will help me to think of a story.
Why are you banging your head against the wall?
I hope that if I bang my head against the wall, it will help me to think of a story.
I'm feeling much better now, Toad. I don't think I need a story anymore.
Then you get out of bed and let me get into it. Because now I feel terrible.
Would you like me to tell you a story, Toad?
Oh, yes, if you know one.
Once upon a time, there were two good friends, a frog and a toad. The frog was not feeling well. He asked his friend, the toad, to tell him a story. So the toad walked up and down on the porch, but he couldn't think of a story. He stood on his head, but he couldn't think of a story. He poured water over his head, but he couldn't think of a story. He banged his head against the wall, but he still could not think of a story. Then the toad did not feel so well, and the frog was feeling better. So the toad went to bed, and the frog got up and told him a story. The end. How was that, Toad? Toad?
Toad did not answer. He had fallen asleep. Toad and Frog went for a long walk. At last they went back home to Toad's house.
Oh, drat! Not only do my feet hurt, but I have lost one of the buttons on my jacket.
Oh, well, don't worry. We'll go back to all the places where we walked. We'll soon find your button. Oh. Here's your button.
Frog, this is not my button. This button is black. My button was white.
Oh.
Excuse me, did you lose a button? I found one.
This is not my button. This button has 2 holes. My button had 4 holes.
Let me... Oh. Toad will be so pleased. Toad, here's your button.
Oh, this is not my button. This button is small. My button was big.
I heard that you were looking for a button. Here's one that I just found.
This is not my button. This button is square. My button was round.
We'll never... Oh, this has got to be it. Toad, Toad, here is your button.
Ooh, this is not my button. This button is thin. My button was thick. The whole world is covered with buttons, and not one of them is mine.
Toad?
There, on the floor, he saw his white, four-holed, big, round, thick button.
Oh, it was here all the time. My, what a lot of trouble I have made for Frog.
Toad sewed the buttons they had found that day all over his jacket. The next day, Toad gave his jacket to Frog.
Oh, Toad, it's beautiful.
None of the buttons fell off. Toad had sewed them on very well.
What a day for a swim.
Yes, I will go behind these rocks and put on my bathing suit.
Oh, well, I don't wear a bathing suit.
Well, I do. After I put on my bathing suit, you must not look at me until I get into the water.
Well, but Toad, why not?
Well, because I look funny in my bathing suit. Get this suit on. Don't peek. Frog, tell that turtle to go away. I don't want him to see me in my bathing suit.
Turtle, you will have to go away.
Why should I?
Well, because Toad thinks that he looks funny in his bathing suit.
Does Toad really look funny in his bathing suit? If Toad looks funny in his bathing suit, then I, for one, want to see him.
We want to see him too.
Me too. I haven't seen anything funny in a long time. I'm sorry, Toad. Everyone wants to see how you'll look.
Then I will stay right here until they go away.
The turtle and the lizards and the snake and the dragonflies and the field mouse all sat on the riverbank and waited.
Oh, please, please, everybody. Can't you please just go away?
No one went away.
I will have to come out of the water. I am catching a cold.
The turtle laughed. The lizards laughed. The snake laughed. The field mouse laughed. Frog laughed.
What are you laughing at, Frog?
I'm laughing at you, Toad, because you do look funny in your bathing suit.
Well, of course I do. Ooh, funny. Seems like I've heard that one before. Oh, don't be silly.
What's the matter, Toad? You're looking sad.
Yes, this is my sad time of day. It is the time when I wait for the mail to come. It always makes me very unhappy.
But why is that?
Because I never get any mail.
Oh, never get any mail? Not ever?
No, never. Why, no one has ever sent me a letter.
Well, I have to go home now, Toad. There's, something I must do.
Okay.
A letter for Toad. Oh, you! Snail, could you please take this letter to Toad's house and put it in his mailbox?
Sure. Right away.
Thanks. Hurry up now. Toad, I think you should get up and wait for the mail some more.
No, I am tired of waiting for the mail.
But Toad, you never know when someone may just send you a letter.
No, I don't think anyone will ever send me a letter.
But Toad, someone may send you a letter today.
Don't be silly. Why, no one has ever sent me a letter before, and no one will send me a letter today. Frog, why do you keep looking out of the window?
Because now I'm waiting for the mail.
But there will not be any.
Oh, yes, there will. Because I've sent you a letter.
Oh, you have? What did you write in the letter?
I wrote, Dear Toad, I'm glad that you are my best friend. Your best friend, Frog.
Oh, that makes a very good letter.
Frog and Toad sat there feeling happy together.
Why doesn't he hurry? Do we have to wait this long?
4 days later, the snail got to Toad's house and gave him the letter. Toad was very pleased to have it.
Here it is, my favorite spooky story. One morning, a young mouse was working in the garden. He was digging deeper and deeper into the soft, moist soil when suddenly he came across something big and pink lying in the dirt. At first, he thought it was a turnip, but when he looked closely, he discovered it was a giant toe. The mouse tried to pick it up, but it was stuck to something, so he tugged, and he yanked on the toe until it came off with a jerk. The little mouse ran into the house to show his mother what he'd found. "Oh, this toe looks plump and juicy," she said. "I'll make a soup with it for supper." Ugh, I wonder what they'll have for dessert. That night, the mouse family ate every scrap of the toe. After they did the dishes, everyone was feeling tired, so they went to bed early. They didn't even brush their teeth. That's how tired they were. The little mouse fell asleep almost at once, but late that night he was awakened by a strange voice in the darkness. "Where's my toe?" It moaned like a mother in a bad mood. The little mouse was shaking with fear. He was sorry he'd eaten that toe, even though it had been very tasty. But now it was too late to be sorry. Thump, thump, thump. Closer and closer it came. The little mouse was shaking with fear as he listened to the heavy footsteps coming towards him. And then...
Yeah, and then what? Go on, finish!
Yeah. What did he do? Oh, I know. The little mouse ran away like this.
Gee, and he ran away. Hey, wait a minute! That's not the way it's supposed to end! He's supposed to catch the measly mouse!
Whew, that was close. Whew, it's pitiful, just pitiful. There's so many wackos on the loose around here. Well, you gotta have eyes in the back of your head to keep a lookout for those rascals. Just one careless moment, and
you're mouse meat. So you thought you could trick me, huh? Well, you can't. Nobody can. Your little story about toe soup made me kind of hungry. So you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna make mouse soup.
Whoa. I'm gonna be mouse soup.
There you go. Just stay right there.
Wait a second.
What is it now?
Wouldn't you rather have some tomato or potato or even rutabaga soup?
Ick, yicky, and spatooey. I want mouse soup. Excuse me, mouse. Would you mind taking off your clothes? Just the thought of eating those woolly things makes my tongue feel kind of funny.
Wait a second. You gotta have more ingredients. Don't you know this soup won't taste any good without some stories in it?
Stories? Okay, Mouse. I admit that I don't know much about cooking, but stories?
It's a kind of a secret recipe. I really shouldn't be telling it to you. Sorry I said anything about it.
Oh, come on. Tell me. I'll keep a secret. Weasel's honor.
Well, I don't know.
Oh, come on. You can trust me. Please.
Well, okay, but you gotta promise to do everything I say.
Oh, boy. I solemnly promise.
Well, if you want mouse soup that's fabulously delicious, beyond tasty,
yeah,
you gotta mix stories into it.
Oh, boy. Ooh, but I don't have no stories.
Well, I do. And I can tell them right now.
Ooh, okay, but hurry up about it, because I'm very hungry.
Okay, here's your first story to put in a soup. A mouse was walking through the woods one day. He was happy from his nose to his toes. He sang a song both light and gay, and his heart kept a beat like bongos.
Ho-do-di-di-dingo, a kinchy-winchy-woo. Ho-do-di-di-dingo, a dinky-dinky-doo, wap-a-doo, yodel-ladle-ladle-lay, yodel-ladle-lay, woo.
Yeah! And a nest of bees fell from the trees and landed on his head with a plop. This mouse, once happy, was not very pleased. His temper it flamed hot, fiery red.
Oh, dang, bang, flippering, a whipper-wapperoo. Oh, dang, bang, flippering, a skittery-bittery-boo.
The mouse was mad at those bees in his head, but he tried to relax and be nice. And even though he wished they were dead, he just gave them some useful advice.
Please, please listen, you've got to fly away. Oh, please, please listen, you'll be sorry if you stay.
Look, Mouse, we like your ears, and we love your nose. Oh, Mouse, we want to stay here. You can't make us go.
Oh, I'm not happy, there's a buzzing in my ears. Oh, I'm not happy, gonna cry a zillion tears. Ooh.
And then the mouse, he came to a swamp with mud that was gooey and thick. The mouse, he thought, what a nice place to romp and see if the mud does the trick.
Oh, please, please listen, I'm going in my home. This house is not like yours, so you are free to roam.
But Mouse, we like your ears, and we like your nose. We're sure we'll like your home, so we don't want to go.
Very well, welcome, and here's my front door.
Oh yes, it's lovely. Please show us more.
Now here's my front room. I hope you like the view.
Oh yes, how beautiful. It's like a dream come true.
Now here's my bedroom. Isn't it divine?
Oh yes, enchanting. We think it's mighty fine.
Now please, here's my bed. I want to go to sleep. Oh, bees, please come join me and help me count those sheep.
Oh no, Mouse, never. We don't like your bed. Oh no, Mouse, never. We think you want us dead.
Do-di-da-dingo, a kinchy winchy woo. A do-di-da-dingo, a dinky-dinky-doo, wap-a-doo, yodelay-lay-lay, yodelay-lay, woo. Yeehaw!
And then the muddy little mouse went home and took a bath.
Oh, what a dirty story. I'm funny, aren't I?
No.
What? Wait a minute. What do you mean I'm not funny?
I mean, no, you're not just funny. I mean, you're so funny that you're a nincompoop.
Oh. Oh, gee. So you think I'm a nincompoop. Thanks. Nincompoops are funny, aren't they?
The epitome.
Oh, boy. The epitome of funny. So, let's hear the next story. I'm a hungry nincompoop.
Okay, here's the second story to put in the soup. This is a story both sad and happy about two stones that sat on a hill, lying in the dirt, alive and alert, feeling summer's sun and winter's chill, but being stones, they had no ability to dance and prance and show their agility.
This side of the hill is nice.
Oh, yeah, right. Very nice.
Yeah, but I wonder what's on the other side of the hill.
Oh, man, you asked me that same question a million times. Would you stop with
Yeah, I'll ask it a zillion times more. I really want to know what's over there.
Yeah, well, so do I. But we're stones, remember?
Yeah.
We can't just walk to the top of the hill and take a peek.
I know, but we're just a couple of do-nothing stones stuck on this hillside forever. Oh, what I'd give for a pair of legs.
Yeah, nice thought. Legs. Sheesh. Too bad we don't have them. Look, we ain't got nothing.
We don't have legs. We don't have...
Oh, no, you're not going to sing that song again, are you?
Yeah, I'm going to sing it right now, like it or not.
Oh, have mercy.
Come on, don't be a dirt brain. Huh? Help me out on it. Come on, you sing part of it and I'll sing part. We'll get together.
Okay, but only once. Look, we'll kind of do a back and forth thing, okay?
All right.
No encores.
You got it.
We don't have legs. We don't have toes. Ain't got no fingers. We ain't got no nose. But having nothing, it often pleases. Because we never get no strange diseases. We don't have tongues. We ain't got no brains. Don't have fat hips. Now ain't that a shame? Oh, yes, it is. But we're thankful we don't have dimples.
too cute. All those ugly things people call pimples.
We don't
have elbows.
We don't have beers.
What you say? Ain't got no eyes.
So we can't cry no tears.
But we don't need clothes. We're always quite nude.
And no one ever thinks we're being rude.
Hey, we don't have belly buttons.
Hey, look up in the sky. It looks like a bird.
You're right. It is a bird. Oh, I hate when they fly over us like that. Ooh.
Hey, bird, come here. Yeah, please, come here, bird.
Look, she's coming down.
Yes, what is it, what?
Hey, bird, can you tell us what it's like on the other side of the hill? We just gotta know.
Hey, look, buddy, I'm in a hurry. Can't you just, wait till tomorrow or something?
Aw, now, please. It won't take you long.
Oh, boy, all right. I'll be right back.
I can't wait to hear what she has to say.
I hope it's ugly over there. Then you can stop worrying about it and be happy on this side of the hill.
I don't know what I hope it looks like. I just know I gotta find out what's over there.
Oh, look, she's coming back.
All right, look, I flew up high over the hill, see, and I took a look, right? I saw towns, I saw castles, I saw mountains, and then I saw some valleys. It was a wonderful, wonderful sight.
You saw all those things on the other side of the hill?
Yes, I did.
Oh, how sad. We can't see them. We never will.
Hey, thanks, Boyd.
Yeah, well, gotta go, gotta fly. Bye.
The stones just sat on the side of the hill, so powerfully sad, so misty blue. They didn't sing or do anything, and soon 100 years just flew. Sometimes knowing is a bitter pill, but then not knowing is harder still.
Hey, Miles, come here. Yeah, over here. Yeah, what do you want? Could you tell us what's on the other side of the hill?
Oh, not this again.
Yeah, this again. I want a second opinion.
Now, all you want me to do is tell you what I see on the other side of the hill, right?
Yeah, that's it.
Be right back.
I don't know what you're trying to prove with all this. You're only gonna make yourself miserable, and me too.
Mouse, what did you see?
Well, I saw earth and stones. I saw grass and flowers. It looks just like this side of the hill.
Oh, thank you, Mouse.
You're welcome. Bye.
Well, did you hear that? Why, that Boyd lied to us. This side's just the same as the other.
Yeah, but now I feel happy. We're not missing anything.
Yeah. Yeah. Ooh. Well, what if that Boyd wasn't lying?
Uh-oh.
Never mind.
Ixnay with the herb bay.
Yeah, right, forget it. Yeah, we're happy here.
And the two stones try to be happy for a long time.
Oh, those poor stones. No teeth, no tongue, no stomach, no taste buds. The tragedy of it all. Mouse, your story is making me hungry.
Yeah, sorry about that. Let me tell you another one right now, very quickly.
Okay, but make it snappy because I'm very hungry.
Okay, here's the third story to put in that soup. On a night dark as a ditch, a creaking cricket got the itch to sing a song just for pleasure, and he danced to every single measure.
Got a boo-boo on my finger. Did a cutting birthday cake. Doctor thinks it's kind of serious. Says he's gonna amputate. There's no need to be so drastic. And don't be so bombastic. Life alone is so fantastic. Just relax and watch the show.
Hey, what is all this noise?
What you say? I can hear you and make my music at the same time.
Look, I want to sleep, okay? I do not want any more music.
What, you want more music? Oh, I'll find a friend. Hey, amigo. Oh, I love to eat bologna. I thought it was incredible. But then I saw them when they make it. Now I think it's inedible.
Now?
There's no need to be so drastic. And don't be so bombastic. Life alone is so fantastic. Just relax and watch the show.
Hey, you guys are not getting this at all. No, I don't want any more. Do you understand? No more.
What you say? You want more music? We'll find another friend. Woo! There was once a great magician. He saw this helper riding too, but he forgot the end of that trick. Does anyone have any glue? There's no need to be so drastic. And don't be so
Hey, what is going on out here? Can't you hear? Are you deaf? I am tired and I cannot take much more.
What you say? You want much more music? Woo! We will find many more friends. Oh, I tried to eat hot chili, but it made my tongue so sore. Ay, those spicy peppers flaming, burned a hole into the floor.
There's no need to be so drastic.
And don't be so bombastic.
Stop! The music is way too loud.
What? Loud? See, we can sing loud.
There's no need to be so drastic. And don't be so bombastic. Life alone is so fantastic. Just relax and watch the show. Please, I want to sleep here. I wish you'd all just go away.
What? Go away? Why didn't you say so in the first place? Come on, vámonos, amigos. Let's go someplace else.
And then the mouse went back to bed, but she couldn't sleep. It was too quiet now.
Why didn't she just eat the noisy little crickets?
She was a vegetarian.
A vegetarian? What's that?
It's someone who only eats vegetables.
Ugh, how disgusting.
But you always talk about food and eating.
Oh, yes. Food is my favorite subject. It's all I ever think about. Food, and food. Oh, did I mention food?
Oh, yes.
And when I look at you, all I see is a plump little, juicy little, tender little morsel.
Forget about that. Listen, here's the last story to put in a soup. There once was an old lady mouse who was making quite a loud fuss. Many tears she did cry till she dripped dry 'cause her friend was ill in her house.
Wait a minute, what's wrong? Why are you crying?
Come in and I'll show you. Oh, look, there it is. Oh,
There, what is?
my thorn bush. There. Oh, it's been growing in that chair.
Gosh, how did it get there?
Well, I don't know, actually. One day I sat down and something pinched me, and I got up, and there it was.
Oh, you poor lady. Here, let me pull that thorn bush out of the chair and throw it away.
No, don't do that.
But don't you want to sit down again?
No, I don't want to sit down. You see, I've been sitting down most of my life, and I love my little thorn bush. I'm crying because it's sick. See? All its little bitty branches are wilted and droopy.
I think your thorn bush is thirsty. Say, why don't you give it a drink of water?
I never thought of that. I think you might just be right. Oh, my little bitty witty thorn bush is thirsty.
Thank you. Ooh,
feel like sunshine following rain, with happy rhythms running round in my brain. It feels so good just being alive. My heart is humming like a booming beehive. Feeling good, whoa, yeah. I wanna climb a ladder higher than high, and kiss the stars that blink way up in the sky, and teach those birds that love to chirp a song that's sweeter than maple syrup. Feeling good, feeling good, feeling good. I'll drink up all the water in the 7 seas, spit it out and water all the flowers and trees. Wanna cut loose, dance and prance around, acting goofy like a clown. When dark clouds come, those bullies in the sky, I wanna punch 'em hard and make 'em all cry. And all their tears will fall like rain and wash your troubles right down the drain. Feeling good, yeah, oh, yeah. Feeling good, wow.
Real good.
Ooh, yeah.
Oh, aren't you just the sweetest little thing? Thank you, kind policeman. Why, you saved my little thorn bush.
Aw, you're welcome. Oh, well, now you're really welcome. Say, I'll give you 5 minutes to stop that.
And the old lady and the thorn bush were happy for a long time. There, now, I've told you all my stories. They'll make your mouse soup taste really good.
All right. But how do I put the stories into the soup?
It's easy. You just run outside and find a nest of bees, some mud, 2 large stones, 10 crickets, maybe 11, and a thorn bush. Come back and put them all into the soup.
Ooh, but that's a lot of work. Think I better get going?
Yes.
Okay, I'll be right back. Now you stay here. La 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 la. Oh, a weasel is sneaky as sneaky can be, and as I'm a weasel, it's easy to see that no other creature can out-weasel me. 'Cause a weaselly weasel am I. Yes, I'm a weaselly weasel. Here's a bee's nest. Ooh, and there's the bees.
Boy, I could feel that myself.
Home in the mud, where seldom is heard a discouraging word. Oh, hey, stop that! They don't have legs, they don't have toes, but they sure got weight. Ask me, I knows. Oh, now that hurt.
It's supposed to hurt. It's part of the story.
Come here, crickets. Come here. Here, crickets. Gotcha. Oops. Guess I don't. I said come here, not go away. A thorn bush. Wanna come home and sit in my chair? You're worse than bees.
Bees, thorns, and crickets. He's gonna have a swell night. And now I can finish that story.
Now my mouse soup will taste really good. Yep, I got everything I need. Except for a mouse.
Here it is. And then the little mouse looked up at the strange-looking creature next to his bed. What do you want? The creature groaned, "Where's my toe?" The little mouse was shaking with fear. He didn't know what to say. But then he just told the truth. "We ate your toe for supper. I'm sorry." The strange-looking creature just stood there looking mad. After a while, he said, "You ate my toe? You ate my toe? Well, that's totally disgusting. What a funny ending. And the creature wasn't mad after all because he had a whole bag of toes.
Oh, a weasel is sneaky as sneaky can be. And as I'm a weasel, it's easy to see that no other creature can out-weasel me. Except for that doggone mouse!
Oh, here we go. Hey, Rita! Watch this! Pretty fancy, huh?
Yeah, very impressive. Oh, Boris, I don't feel so good.
Oh, you just need some exercise. Come on, catch! Yuck, you got it all wet and slippery.
Oh, I'm sorry, Morris. I better go home before you catch my cold. I'm getting germs all over the place.
Don't worry, I never get sick. Yep, I never, ever get sick. I'm as healthy as a moose.
Yeah, but Morris, I sneezed on that ball. Right now, I bet millions of cold germs are on it just listening to your bragging.
Yeah? Well, I don't see any germs. Not even one.
Oh, don't be silly, Morris. You can't see the germs because they are too small. But they're there. Oh, yeah, they're there. Billions of them swarming all over that ball.
You hear that, Moose? Says he's never been sick. Yeah, what a load of nerve. We can make anyone sick.
Just because we're small, we don't get no respect. Yeah, we're small, but we're mighty mean. Making kids sick is our favorite routine. We give them fever, make their noses all red. Make them so sick, they stay home in bed. Yeah, we're nasty, we don't play fair. You can't see us, but we're everywhere. We're always hopping from child to child. Give them colds and drive them all wild. Yeah, we're germs, and for your information, we're gonna give you pain and tender location. Gonna work hard without no vacation, just 'cause we love that pink information. Oh yeah, we're gonna cause a painful sensation. Yeah.
Whoa, I think you're right about there being germs on this ball. 'Cause I think I heard they're moose sick.
There's definitely going to be a moose sick if you don't put the ball down.
Ooh. Oh, don't worry. I never get sick. I hope.
Only time will tell.
Uh-oh, I have a cold. My nose is working.
What? You mean your nose is running?
No, my nose is walking. I only have a little cold.
I thought you always said you never ever get sick. Morris, please cover your mouth when you sneeze.
Sorry, it sneaked up on me.
Well, here, let me feel your forehead.
Are you hinting at a certain insult? I do not have 4 heads.
Oh, don't be difficult. I know you don't have 4 heads. This is your forehead.
That is my 1 head.
All right, all right. Let me feel your 1 head. Your head feels hot. Say, you got a temperature. You're really sick. You'd better lie down and take a rest.
Lie down? Okay.
Morris, not here. You're sick. You should be lying in bed.
I'm not going to do that. Just because I'm sick, I still don't think it's right for me to tell untruths in bed. Lying is naughty.
What? Not that kind of lying. It's the other kind you do in bed.
Oh, now I get it. It's all very clear now. Yes, indeed. Except for one little thing.
Oh, what?
What is a bed?
You don't know what a bed is?
Nope. I don't know if you've ever noticed, but I am a moose.
Oh.
And most mooses don't have beds. Please correct me if I am wrong.
Oh, come with me. I'll show you a bed. Let's see. There's got to be a bed around here somewhere. Morris, help me out. Look for a thing with 4 legs, and it's nice and soft.
Okay. 4 legs, and it's nice and soft. One bed coming up. Ooh, look! I found one!
Don't tell me you think that's a bed.
Yep, it's a bed.
I told you not to tell me that.
But it has 4 legs, and it's nice and soft.
Put that cat down and follow me. I've found a bed. Here it is, a bed. Come on, lie down and cover yourself up with this blanket.
Okay, as you wish.
Morris, let me ask you a stupid question.
Go ahead. Those are my favorite kind.
Why did you cover your head?
Because my head has the cold.
With a cold, your head shouldn't be covered. Maybe it's not such a bad idea after all.
Whoa, that felt good.
Wait, don't do that. Here, I found a box of tissues. Pull one out and blow your nose on it. Oh, what are you doing? You sure are pulling out a lot of them.
I have a lot of nose.
That's a nasty cough. How does your throat feel?
It feels all hairy.
No, I don't mean outside. How does it feel inside? No. Oh, just open your mouth. Let me look inside. Your throat's all red. I'll bet it's sore.
Oh.
I think some hot tea would make it feel better.
Hot what?
Tea. Now, don't tell me you don't know what tea is. Well?
You told me not to tell you if I didn't know, so I didn't.
Oh. Tea is... tea is... Oh, wait. I'll just show you. It's easier that way. Here's some tea. Drink it. It'll make your throat feel better.
Whoa! It's hot.
Well, don't gulp it down like an animal.
But I am an animal.
Just sip it, please.
Okay, as you wish.
Does the tea help you feel better?
A little. But you know what would really make me feel better?
No, what?
Guess.
No.
Come on.
No.
Guess.
No.
Go ahead.
No.
One guess.
No, I'm not going to play a guessing game. Just tell me.
Okay, since you insist, I want you to sing a funny song for me.
Oh, I don't know any funny songs.
You can make one up.
No, I don't want to. Okay, if it'll make you feel better, I'll sing something.
Oh, good.
Now, you're going to have to help me out with this song.
Okay.
I once had a friend who had a germ.
Just like me.
That germ went to work and made him squirm.
Just like me.
Soon his nose was red and runny. Honked it loud and thought it funny. His forehead got real toasty hot. His throat was sore and his eyes bloodshot.
Just like me.
And he thought a cat was a bed.
Just like me.
'Cause he didn't have brains in his head.
Just like me. Hey, you tricked me.
Sorry, I just couldn't resist.
Well, you better watch out, 'cause someday I'm going to trick you.
Ha ha! The day you trick me is the day bears start laying eggs. That cough sounds bad. Here, I found a cough drop. Don't drop it.
A what?
Just put it in your mouth. It'll make your sore throat feel better. You chewed it. You're not supposed to do that. You just should suck on them.
But I'm hungry.
Oh, all right, I'll make you something to eat. But first, stick out your tongue.
Sorry, I am not going to stick out my tongue. It is not nice.
Don't be difficult. Stick out your tongue.
Very well.
Stop it. That's not nice.
I told you so.
Yeah, listen. All I want to do is look at your tongue. So just open up that ever-active yapper of yours and let me see your tongue.
Oh.
It looks like your stomach is upset.
How did you know? Can you see all the way down to my stomach?
No, I just saw that your tongue is all white. That means that your stomach is upset.
Yuck, my tongue is all white.
Oh, don't worry, it'll go away.
My tongue will go away.
No, don't worry. I just meant that when you're well again, your tongue won't be white anymore.
Oh, you had me scared there for a second. If my tongue fell out, I wouldn't be able to talk anymore.
Yes, that would be a pity. Now, some soup would be real good for your upset stomach. I'll make some right now.
Soup?
Soup is... Oh, never mind. I'll just show you. Here you go. A bowl of nice hot soup.
Thank you.
No, Morris, come on. Use the spoon.
Oh.
No, Morris. Put the spoon into your mouth.
Put the spoon into my mouth? Okay.
No. Give me that spoon.
Oh.
Now open up. I'll feed you.
Oh, good. This is fun.
Yeah, real fun. There you go, all finished.
That soup was yummy. Oh, I feel kind of tired.
It's getting late. Time to go to sleep. If you feel better in the morning, I'll make you a big breakfast.
Oh, good. That's nice. A big... What?
Breakfast. Breakfast is... Oh, go to sleep.
Oh, wow! I feel good. My nose isn't walking, and my one head isn't hot. My cold is better.
Good. I'm glad to see you well again.
I bet I can make you say, Boris is a knucklehead.
Ha, I bet you can.
There, you said it.
What are you talking about? You said I had to say, Boris is a knucklehead. Oopsie.
I tricked you.
Yeah, well, I guess I better go out and see if any bears are laying eggs yet. You know, they might be good for breakfast.
That's good.
All the characters in Curious George are puppets, but they don't move with strings, they move with armatures. Armatures are like little metal skeletons that move at the joints and spine, the same way you do. Even when covered with cloth, the armature inside allows George to move his hands, arms, neck, face, and legs. Of course, someone has to do it for him. Here's the director of Curious George, John Matthews. To make George move, John changes each part of George's body just a tiny bit, keeping track of each movement with a surface gauge. He wears gloves so he won't get George dirty when he touches him. The camera takes one picture, or frame, for each little position change. It takes hundreds of position changes to make George move. John is a very busy man. And here's what John just did. Many of the puppets have removable faces, which are changed every frame or two. From a box of faces, John can choose the right one to make the character smile, frown, or talk. George has a whole set of changeable heads. You can see them here, but in the real movie, you can't tell when the heads are changed. This is called an aerial brace. It moves on a metal rod, which is placed where the camera can't see it. George is hanging from the brace by wires. You can see the wires here, but not in the film. By moving the brace and the puppet position, George can swing through the jungle. And here's the jungle, a miniature one on a large tabletop. As always, it takes a lot of work to film just one sequence. In this case, the scene where George tumbles down in front of the elephant. When George and the man in the yellow hat are in the rowboat, they're not really in water. The waves are made of flexible plastic cast from clay wave molds. The plastic waves move up and down, but the rowboat is attached to a platform which rocks the boat in tiny movements. Here's another part of the jungle with a waterfall made out of plastic wrap. Doesn't that look real? Sometimes the action takes place on a stage which turns around. When the firemen chase George, the camera doesn't move, the stage does. Here's the moving stage, and there's the camera with the two red lights. A wall is removed before the stage is turned so that the wall doesn't block the camera's view. And once again, here's how it looks when it's all finished. Here's a cloud made out of cotton. And here's George and his balloons hanging from a wire attached to an aerial brace. This is called a beam splitter. It's a piece of glass which shows two directions at the same time and makes George look like he's behind the cloud. Animating Curious George is a lot of work and a lot of fun.